We need to go back to being individuals because this group thing is not working for us at all. At all. But y'all know that. Like I said, y'all understand individualism when it suits you. Y'all understand that. Y'all just so beat down and miserable in your spaces right now that you don't want to see nobody else thriving. That's what that really is. This is the crab in the barrel. Because if you yourself had a chance to get ahead as you see, however you measure it, you would take it and you wouldn't give a damn about black people. You would take it. You wouldn't care about us. Everything is black until it's your time to climb out of that bucket. Then it's all about you. That's what's wrong with us. It's the hypocrisy. In 1987 or 1988, I think it was, Michael Jackson released a song called Man in the Mirror. And in this song, Mike says that no message can be any clearer that if you want to make the world a better place, you take a look at yourself and you make a change. Now, I thought about this because this has been a reoccurring theme in my videos, that we need to change ourselves as individuals, that we got to get away from this groupthink type mentality. Because first of all, as black men, the group doesn't benefit us. There is nothing in pro-black ideology that is beneficial to black men. Nothing. The pro-black women, the pro-black mouthpieces for black women went on national TV, in national forums, and declared that whatever category, whatever classification, whatever demographic that black men belong to, black women do not belong to the same. They said it. I didn't say this. They said it. When Ice Cube put forth that program that he was pushing, the black women on, what that was, BET or TV One or something like that, they asked them, what do you have in there for black women? And Cube said, aren't black women black people? And they said, no, we are our own group. So I need you to understand that pro-blackness offers nothing to black men. And with black, and it's the problem I have with brothers like Dr. T. Hassan Johnson and his round over there, BGS Ibmore, you know what I'm saying? This is the problem you have with these brothers, is that they don't see that the very ideologies that they fold themselves up under are actually adversarial towards their own plight, towards their own agenda, right? Which is to help out the males, the black males. If you want to help black men out, you gotta break them away from this grouping. You gotta teach them to think for themselves, to be individuals. You can't keep them locked into a pro-black ideology where only a few people get to determine for all of us what's real, not real, what's true, what's false, which way we should go. I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. See, I'm not gonna become a descendant of African slaves just because y'all say that that's what I'm supposed to believe, when I know goddamn well I'm not. See, I'm not rocking with that. Remember, my brothers, I'm trying to bring us back to the proper teaching of Brahmacharya, right? This is an ancient original man teaching that basically translates to being true to oneself. What I'm trying to get you to do is be true to yourself. What is it that you really want out of life? Forget about what you've been told you should want by your leaders. What is it that you want? See, this is why I'm so content, my brothers. This is why, whether I had money or whether I was down or whether I was somewhere in between, my state of being has never changed, man, because the money didn't make me happy. It didn't. The money does not make me, you know what I'm saying? Because the things that make me happy, the things that give me a higher quality of life, I've always had, whether I had money or not. I've had it. because the things that were important to me, I didn't need money to acquire it. Because as the old folks would always tell us when we was growing up, money don't buy you love, right? Money can't buy you love, and money can't buy you happiness. So my happiness and the love that I got from my people, you know what I'm saying, from my women or whatnot, I didn't need money for these things. So I was always fulfilled whether I had money or not. And then the kind of women that I like, I've always freed myself up from anybody else's judgment, right? What you think. I could care less about what you think about what kind of woman I should like. I honestly don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'ma like what I like regardless of what anybody else thinks. The whole world could tell me that that girl is ugly, and I wouldn't care. If I like her, I like her. Because at the end of the day, if I'm with her and I like her, then I am happy. The dude that says she's ugly is single. He's bitter. He's 2 steps from being an incel, about to load up something, go do something crazy at a mall or a schoolyard or something, because he's losing his mind because no woman seems to like him. But me, I got my ugly chick that I think is beautiful, and I'm happy as I don't know what. And I can care less about what anybody think about it. I mean, y'all can see us together and laugh and giggle and snickle. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I am happy. And see, that's the kind of individualism I'm trying to get men to understand, because that's how alpha male think. And alpha male does not care about a consensus on what he do. He don't care. He walks his walk. Even if he have to walk it alone, he walks his walk. But let's go back to talk about making things change, right? One of the problems that I've seen in a lot of you brothers and sisters is that y'all have the fake belief, or the seriously deluded belief that you can force the society outside to bend to your will. Now, to some point, you reach a limit on that, especially as black people, right? Because, you know, truthfully, black people are the only people think this way. And it's odd, man, that we are such a special people, man, but we have been turned inside out, upside down. I mean, we are all messed up now. We are crazy. We are crazy as a group. You know, we are crazy. But anyway, we the only ones that really think this way. But if you think about it, we think of that only in terms of black people. Now, this is where it becomes tricky, because when you get these kinds of blacks to talk like Dr. Umar Johnson, he don't want to have any influence over white society. He wants influence over you, because he feels he is better than you are because he went to white school. Now he gonna say, I didn't go to a white university. I probably did, probably one of them was, I don't know. But the point is, all curriculums have to be accredited and approved by white folks. So it doesn't matter if you go to a black school, you're still only being taught what white folks allowed you to be taught. Understand that, right? So when they get these letters before or after their name, doctors or PhDs or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that they get from white university structures, you know, they think that makes them better than you. They don't think it makes them better than white folks. It makes them better than you. So black people have a tendency to have this idea that they can bend everything to their will, but only as far as it concerns black people. Black women think that all black men need to bend to them. Black men think that all black women need to bend to them. And both groups are wrong. Black so-called leaders, or the black educated, or the black professional managerial class, they believe that black people should bend to them. Is this not what Dr. Eric Dyson said when they was talking about black people going to social media for news, how that's wrong, that we are supposed to listen to them? I mean, think about the arrogance it takes to say that. Because he has doctor before his name, right? He is the one we are supposed to listen to. He's supposed to determine for all of us what's right and wrong, right? Which way we should believe, which way we should go, how we should think. That's his job. It's not our jobs as individuals. And again, we the only people talk like that. You know, we always talk about other races and ethnic groups, but if you pay attention, none of them talk as if one person is supposed to represent all of them. We the only people with this kind of crazy, insane way of thinking. And we get mad now that Caribbeans are wanting to break off from us. You know what I'm saying? That Jamaicans want to break off from that. Nobody wants to classify themselves anymore with us because we have lost our minds, bro. And it's obvious we have lost our minds. We are trapped between these two hells of thinking that we are super righteous. At the same time, our moves are really just oppressive and wicked and evil is I don't know what. Because if we were not corrupted to the core, we could not support this system. None of it. The point I'm trying to make is that we have been lied to, I don't know by who or how, but for some strange reason, we believe that each individual black person is supposed to be able to bend every other black person to their will. It don't work that way. The only person you can control is you. The only person you can change is you. And you know, this kind of goes into a real story of mine. You know, when I was younger, I was real radical and militant, you know what I'm saying? Very militant, you know. I was affiliated with all of the more militant type pro-black movements, you know what I'm saying? I had all the pamphlets. I used to pass them out for the meetings and everything. I mean, I was real active, right? And I was just so consumed with opposing whitey. That was my mission. Today, see, today you gotta understand, I don't really move in opposition of nothing but evil. I am truly a man now of God. As the Bible says in the scriptures, that I am not at war with physical people. I am at war with spiritual wickedness in high places. I'm not fighting a race anymore. I'm not fighting women anymore. I'm not fighting these things. I'm not fighting your little whatever. I'm not fighting you as a person. I'm fighting the beliefs behind you. But at one time, I was all about the race, right? I was into the race thing. Everything was black or white, literally, with me. And it consumed me so much that I woke up one day realizing that this stuff is the only thing on my mind. I gotta change. I gotta let this go. And that day I let it go. And I tell you, one of the best things I could have done for my life, man. Because throughout the journey after that, I have met some really decent white people, individuals, right? I have met some really, really decent, good-hearted Asians, individuals. I'm not here to co-sign the group philosophies, right? Because I mean, Asians are extremely racist, and so are whites. I'm not here to co-sign or argue the group philosophy, right? The core ideology that runs through so many of them. I'm talking about the individuals. I have met some really decent individual white men and white women. I have met some decent individual Asian men and Asian women. I've met some decent individual Mexican men and Mexican women. But as individuals, and I'm not telling most of you blacks nothing y'all don't know. Even the most ardent pro-black advocates on YouTube right now, all of y'all have white friends. It's just what it is, right? But anyway, we got to stop trying to control other black people to our benefit. And as black men, we got to get away from this whole group thing because it has no benefits for us. It has no benefit for us. No, we are like worker bees inside of pro-blackness, inside of Pan-Africanism. All we exist to do is to elevate black women. That's it. We get nothing out of the deal. Nothing out of the deal. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't live like that if I was y'all, bro. I mean, I'm saying y'all because I don't live like that. Because, I mean, what are you loyal to? Let's talk about this. What exactly are you loyal to? How are you loyal to black people? Because the truth is, you know why we are one group, bro? Because they made us one. We were never one people when they came over here. We were many people scattered all through the United States and Central and South America and the West Indies. Many people. We were never one. They made us one. And we wonder why we don't really feel like one towards each other. We were never one. But we all had a common enemy. That was our link, the society, the system. But we are no longer there anymore, are we? We don't see the system as an enemy anymore. We want in. We want our seat at the table, like Dr. George Fraser said, huh? So since we don't see the system anymore as a common enemy, then what's the common thread here now? See, that's why they gave us Africa. That has now become our commonality. We're from the same continent. But the truth is, we're not all from Africa. Probably less than 5% of us are from Africa. But that's on y'all if y'all want to believe that whole lie about how you came to the Americas. That's on you. I'm telling you, probably less than 5% of us are from Africa. We are in our homelands. But I'm asking again, what are we loyal to when we say we're loyal to black people? Why are we loyal to black people, and what exactly are we loyal to? Most of y'all couldn't even answer that. But see, I understand where the loyalty comes from. The loyalty comes by force. You know, if you got 10 people over there that don't even know each other or whatever, and they're all being attacked by the same force, sooner or later, those 10 people are going to work together to fight against that force. But that still don't make those 10 people one people. It make them unify in the fight against their attacker, but it doesn't make them one people. And that's the problem. That's why we are so dysfunctional as a group. That's why the group thing has never worked, because we were never one people. We've been duped into thinking this way. We've been given false narratives, false paradigms. We've been given false histories, and all upheld and force-fed to us by blacks. Understand that. Not force-fed to us by whites, force-fed to us by blacks. By black religious leaders, by black social leaders, by black community leaders, by black academics, by black experts and whatever, you know, by black politicians. I mean, on and on and on. Our biggest enemy has been us. Everything that's wrong with the way we see the world and the way we think is given to us by black people, not by whites. Not by whites. So how do you break this? You break it by going back to your base, by being an individual. You are not a part of a group. Your mama didn't have a litter. We're not animals or some kind of insect that lay 1,000 eggs. We're not part of a group. We are born individually. Even twins come out one at a time. So since we are individuals, you go back to that base like Michael Jackson advised us to do. And if you want to make the world a better place, you take a look at yourself and you make that change. Change you. Start with the man in the mirror. Ask him to change his ways. Stop asking the world, not the world, because again, I had to clarify that. Y'all don't want the world to do anything. Y'all want black folks to do it. Stop asking black women to bow to you. Stop and you go get you a different kind of woman. You know, if you don't like what they offer, find you somebody that's more in line with your philosophies. Whether she's black or otherwise, it doesn't matter. Stop wanting every black person to think a certain way, along a certain line. You are your own man. You are an alpha, right? Look, the only two slots there is in human nature is alpha and beta. Sub-betas are trash. You don't want to be there. And the alphas and betas walk their own walk. Anyway, my point to all is that you gotta become an individual. You don't know what you're loyal to when you say you're loyal to pro-blackness. You don't know what you are adhering to, because it's a false concept. Our unity was based on survival within a system. That's all it was based on, people. That's it. I'm gonna say it again. Our unity was based on survival within a system. That is all it's based on. It was never based on anything else. Survival within a system. We had a common enemy, and in that common goal to defend against that enemy is the basis of our unity. We were never one people. Never. We were never one people or one philosophy, one way of thinking, one way of living. We were never that. We were just many people that had one common enemy. And that enemy colonized us and made us one group. And this is why we are dysfunctional as a group, because we were never a real singular group. We confederated together, right, to reject them. But today we don't do that anymore, do we? Today we don't oppose the system. Today we don't impose the ways and characteristics of the oppressor. Like the Bible says, envy thou not the oppressor, nor choose none of his ways. Today we don't do that. We choose all of his ways. We need to go back to being individuals, because this group thing is not working for us at all. At all. But y'all know that. Like I said, y'all understand individualism when it suits you. Y'all understand that. Y'all just so beat down and miserable in your spaces right now that you don't want to see nobody else thriving. That's what that really is. This is the crab in the barrel. Because if you yourself had a chance to get ahead as you see, however you measure it, you would take it and you wouldn't give a damn about black people. You would take it. You wouldn't care about us. Everything is black until it's your time to climb out of that bucket. Then it's all about you. That's what's wrong with us. It's the hypocrisy. And all of these black leaders that we got that go through these white institutions, that's right, all institutions are accredited by white folks, so they are all white institutions. I don't care if the school is all black, it's a white institution. You go through these white institutions and you come back, you take their letters, their credentials, their accolades, and you come back and you poke your chest out and declare yourself king over us. And then you strive from that point forward to hold us under you. You do all you can to brainwash us, to keep us under you, to keep us docile and listening to you while the whole world burns around us. We sitting here like clowns. These people are plotting all kinds of things. And we're sitting here like clowns, talking about the dumbest of things. I'm Brother Kush, aka the Black Elf. Salam.